The Brooklyn Bridge. A marvel of engineering connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn, it stands as a testament to human ingenuity and perseverance. A symbol of American ingenuity and urban grandeur, the bridge has seen countless stories unfold over its storied history. On a day that began like any other, this iconic landmark bore witness to a maritime tragedy that would be etched into the annals of history. The armed Cuauhtémoc, a majestic training ship of the Mexican Navy, approached the bridge with its sails unfurled, a sight to behold for onlookers. What should have been a graceful passage beneath the bridge turned into a nightmare as the ship's crew miscalculated the clearance. With a sickening crunch of metal against stone, the Cuauhtémoc collided with the underside of the bridge, the sound echoing across the water. The impact sent shockwaves through the vessel and the surrounding waters, causing immediate panic among the crew and onlookers alike. Witnesses watched in horror, many capturing the scene on their phones as the ship, momentarily jammed beneath the bridge, lurched to a halt. The once serene afternoon was now filled with chaos. The idyllic afternoon was shattered by the piercing sound of alarms and the frantic shouts of the crew, who scrambled to assess the damage and secure the vessel. The Cuauhtémoc, once a symbol of pride for Mexico, was now a scene of chaos and despair. The crew worked tirelessly to manage the situation, but the damage was done. The ship, a floating ambassador of goodwill and training, had met with an unfortunate fate beneath one of America's most iconic structures. The Cuauhtémoc, a three-masted bark, was on a training mission, carrying a crew of over 200, including seasoned officers and young cadets eager to learn the ways of the sea. The ship, a symbol of maritime tradition and pride, had embarked on this journey to instill the values of discipline, teamwork, and resilience in its crew. The cadets, many of whom were experiencing their first long voyage, were filled with a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation. The officers, on the other hand, were focused on ensuring that every maneuver was executed with precision, knowing that the sea could be as unforgiving as it was majestic. The ship was making its way down the East River, a common route for vessels of all sizes, when the unthinkable occurred. The East River, known for its bustling maritime traffic, is a vital artery for commerce and transportation in New York City. On any given day, it is teeming with ferries, cargo ships, and recreational boats, all navigating its waters with a sense of purpose. The Cuauhtémoc, with its majestic sails billowing in the wind, was a sight to behold as it glided gracefully through the river, its crew unaware of the impending disaster. The exact date of the incident remains unconfirmed, as authorities piece together the timeline of events. Investigators are meticulously examining every detail, from the ship's logbooks to eyewitness accounts, in an effort to understand what went wrong. The complexity of the investigation is compounded by the sheer number of variables at play, including the river's currents, the weather conditions, and the actions of other vessels in the vicinity. Each piece of evidence is a crucial part of the puzzle, and the authorities are determined to leave no stone unturned. What is clear is that the collision occurred in broad daylight, with seemingly favorable weather conditions. The sun was shining, the skies were clear, and visibility was excellent, making the accident all the more baffling. The Brooklyn Bridge, an iconic landmark, stood as a silent witness to the unfolding tragedy, its steel cables and stone towers casting long shadows over the river below. Passers-by on the bridge and along the riverbanks watched in horror as the events transpired, their peaceful day shattered by the sudden chaos. This makes the accident all the more perplexing and points to a cascade of errors that led to this disaster. Experts are considering multiple factors, including potential mechanical failures, human error, and possible miscommunications between the ship's crew and other vessels. The aftermath of the collision left the Cuauhtémoc with significant damage, its once proud hull now marred by the impact. The sight of the damaged ship, juxtaposed against the serene backdrop of the river, was a stark reminder of the fragility of even the most well-prepared maritime operations. Immediately following the impact, emergency protocols were activated. The crew, trained for such contingencies, sprang into action, their drills and preparations now put to the ultimate test. The ship's alarms blared, and the crew members donned their life jackets, moving swiftly to their assigned stations. The officers coordinated the response efforts, ensuring that every action was carried out with precision and urgency. The cadets, despite their inexperience, followed orders with determination, their training kicking in as they worked to secure the ship and assist their fellow crew members. Distress calls were sent out, and a flotilla of rescue boats, police helicopters, and Coast Guard vessels rushed to the scene. The response was swift and coordinated, a testament to the efficiency and dedication of the emergency services. The rescue teams worked tirelessly, navigating the challenging conditions to reach the stricken vessel. Helicopters hovered overhead, their rotors churning the air, while boats maneuvered through the water, their crews ready to assist in any way possible. The sight of the rescue operation was both a source of hope and a reminder of the gravity of the situation. The area around the bridge, bustling with ferries and tourist boats just moments before, was now in lockdown. The authorities had cordoned off the area to facilitate the rescue efforts and to ensure the safety of all involved. The once busy river, now eerily quiet, stood in stark contrast to the chaos that had unfolded. The tourist boats, which had been filled with sightseers enjoying the scenic views, were now anchored in place, their passengers watching the rescue efforts with bated breath. The incident had brought the bustling waterway to a standstill, a somber reminder of the unpredictable nature of life on the sea. Tragically, the collision claimed the lives of 2 crew members. The incident occurred in the early hours of the morning, under conditions that were less than ideal. The crew was navigating through a dense fog, which significantly reduced visibility and made the already challenging task of maneuvering the ship even more difficult. Despite their best efforts, the collision was unavoidable. While their identities have yet to be released, sources confirm that both were experienced sailors serving aboard the Quatermack. These sailors had dedicated their lives to the sea, having spent years honing their skills and building camaraderie with their fellow crew members. Their loss is not just a blow to their families, but to the entire naval community. Their loss is a stark reminder of the inherent dangers faced by those who dedicate their lives to the sea. The ocean, while beautiful and majestic, is also unpredictable and unforgiving. Sailors are trained to handle a variety of challenging situations, but sometimes the forces of nature are simply too powerful to overcome. In addition to the fatalities, several other crew members sustained injuries ranging from minor cuts and bruises to more serious fractures and head trauma. The immediate aftermath of the collision was chaotic, with crew members scrambling to assist their injured comrades and secure the ship. The medical team on board worked tirelessly to stabilize the injured before they could be transported to shore. They were rushed to nearby hospitals where they are currently receiving medical attention. The medical staff at these hospitals have been working around the clock to provide the best possible care for the injured sailors. Their efforts have been nothing short of heroic, as they strive to save lives and alleviate suffering. The families of the victims and the survivors now face an agonizing wait for news and the long road to healing. The emotional toll on these families is immense, as they grapple with the uncertainty and fear that comes with such a tragedy. Support from friends, community members, and mental health professionals will be crucial in helping them navigate this difficult time. The emotional toll of this tragedy extends far beyond the immediate victims. The entire community is in mourning, as they come together to support one another and honor the memory of those lost. Vigils and memorials have been organized, providing a space for people to grieve collectively and find some solace in their shared sorrow. The incident has sent shockwaves through the tight-knit communities of both the Mexican Navy and the city of New York. The Quatermack was not just a ship. It was a symbol of international friendship and cooperation. Its presence in New York was a testament to the strong ties between the two nations, and its loss is felt deeply by all who cherished that bond. The sight of the Quatermack, once a symbol of international friendship, now lying damaged beneath the bridge, is a painful reminder of the fragility of life. The ship, which had sailed across the world promoting goodwill and understanding, now serves as a somber testament to the dangers that come with such a noble mission. As the community mourns, they also reflect on the bravery and dedication of those who serve at sea, and the sacrifices they make in the name of duty and honor. As investigators begin their work, the question on everyone's mind is simple: how could this have happened? What were the contributing factors? The Brooklyn Bridge, despite its imposing structure, offers ample clearance for most vessels, even the larger ones. The Quatermack, though tall, is a regular visitor to ports around the world, navigating waterways far more challenging than the East River. Early speculation centers around the possibility of a miscalculation involving the ship's height, particularly in relation to the tide and its timing. The East River is known for its tidal fluctuations, and even a slight misjudgment could have had catastrophic consequences for the ship. Other possibilities include technical errors, such as malfunctioning navigational equipment or a loss of steering control, which can be critical. Human error, always a factor in any accident, will also be scrutinized thoroughly. Were there lapses in communication or judgment on the bridge of the Quatamok? These questions need answers.